Well, greetings and salutations, people. Um, so I've I've just over like this year and like say for the year of 2014, I've noticed a lot of things is that there's been a lot of films that haven't been having to do with say things like say possession, exorcisms, hauntings, all that kind of thing. And one film that still I've just been wondering what the heck is going on with that. What film that's going on is if not if Disney is still going to be working on their reboot for the Haunted Mansion. Um, and I know this is probably a really old topic that's been on the YouTubes and the internets for a long time, but I mean, I'm just really curious. I mean, I've heard a lot about people saying that the reason that there's no involvement or anything said about it or nothing going on, no filming has begun on it yet, is mostly because there's no interest in it. And I've got to say that's probably very untrue because of with all the with films such as say Insidious, which are PG-13, and say all the films such as we've had films like say E.G., um, Paranormal Activity. I think what was that one called? The Conjuring. We've had a lot of horror films that are about either haunted houses, haunted objects. Yeah, I mean if and as well as like say other things like say about that about like Paranorman. We've had a lot of ghost films, and one of the films that I've got to say surprised me with, even though Disney is at times afraid to go very far on the scariness at times, although some of the old films that they've done say something wicked this way come, there's a lot of Disney films that can be considered very scary, but with today's audiences, I'm surprised they haven't started filming of the Haunted Mansion reboot. And one film that made me realize that Disney's matured a bit was, even though this film was very bad, from basically everyone thought this film was bad, was The Lone Ranger. There was a lot of violence, and even though it's a Western, so yeah, you had to have violence into it. But I was surprised about, say, things like, say, the villain cutting open the brother's heart, eating it, um, all the a lot of other violence in the film. Then again, it's a western, so you had to expect that. But if Disney's still going to be working on, say, if Disney's releasing, I know the film is coming out, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the Tomorrowland, and I don't know, but I feel like there's still production's still going on for, say, the Magic Kingdom movie. But I've got to say, if those two films with both Tomorrowland and say the Magic Kingdom, if they do well, then how is it not possible for, say, the reboot of the Haunted Mansion not to happen? I mean, there's been a huge, basically shift in trying to get a lot of PG-13 films lately. Although sometimes they're not very good, but they still get money because of, audience. If Guillermo Del Toro wouldn't be behind the film, I'd have to say, I know if Tim Burton's out, I've got to say, I would actually like to see what James Wan could do. Director of, say, The Insidious, and say, Conjuring, um, the a lot of films. He's done a lot of great films, and he very well. And he's also doing another horror film too. So I mean, I feel like he could do it well, he, but Disney and probably say Guillermo Del Toro probably say, um, I'm the writer, so you can add your little bit of humor, you can help us, but it has to stay PG-13. That's probably what they'd have to say. Um, this has to happen. You can get the actors you want, but these are the guidelines. PG-13 has to be scary, but fun, and in 3D. So, yeah, I'm thinking the options would be limited. They could do anything they would want. They could get a lot of actors, directors, um, anyone I think. But one of the aspects of the Haunted Mansion, I feel like if this film does happen, which I hope it does, I would like to see the stretching room instead of instead of like the usual thing of say having a family in the film that gets trapped in the house, like say the Eddie Murphy. I want to go for comedy. That's the Eddie Murphy film's okay for what it is, but basically do say um if say the poltergeist, but to yeah basically do poltergeist, but plop it inside of a but have it inside of a haunted house and make PG-13 and 3D and add all the things about the things for the Haunted Mansion. But Happy Ghost he has although I'm guessing Gilmore. I kind of feel like with Disney still wanting to pump out more sequels for the Pirates of the Caribbean films, I feel like they need to get a new property out that's not going to be, just say a film the audiences probably are just like, basically sequel after sequel after sequel. Um, if you're going to do a film based off a attraction or something, then do that hasn't been done that continue uh production on the Haunted Mansion film Reboot with Guillermo Del Toro as the writer. And who would you want to see as director? And say besides the Hatboxes, who would you want to see as character?